Never gonna fight down. Got a lot of force. You cannot count me out. You better count me in. Before I count down. I'm finna turn it up. Turn it up right now. Never gonna fight down. Got a lot of force. You cannot count me out. You better count me in. Before I count down. I'm finna turn it up. Turn it up right now.
It's gonna be a cakewalk, 2-minute drill.
At the free throw line.
Let's go. Take it all the way, LeBron. All the way. I'm scared. He's the baby. He's the baby. Let's go. Easy jump ball. Get the ace. Come on. Pass that. Oh, shoot that. You don't got no threes. It's your free ball. Yeah, you better go to the basket.
Giannis inside.
Block will help. Double team. Stay away.
So.
No, he shoot it. He ain't shoot that.
Just
He ain't Trae Young.
Coming right up, the Raptors taking on the Celtics. For the Toronto Raptors, they're hungry for a big win to start the season off right. The more emphatic, the better, as they set the tone for the year ahead. Celtics, Raptors, tip-off.
Tuesday Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA. Just a quick look now at how the points are. Hey, Dave.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is...
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Embiid all out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Raptors, Simmons is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Embiid. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning the championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry, and those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Shot clock at 6.
That rejection was well timed. Get that shot out of here. Drummond staying patient, waiting for the right moment to pounce.
There's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Simmons, knocked loose. And up the court from the Celtics on the break. Here's Durant. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that imposing starting lineup. That was a game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
Cousins finds Davis. Now, here's Oladipo. Shot clock at 5. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And the Raptors miss again. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Oh, and he picks it off the glass. Wow. To the paint. And it's sent back by PD.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
Outside Wall. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Wall. And that's now 6 points for Joel Embiid. The Raptors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Ball against Simmons. Pass to Cousins. Tucker with the ball. Hands the 12-footer.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
Ball passes to Embiid. For Davis. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Celtics leading by 4. 3 minutes into this first quarter. Passes to Embiid. Fades. And no good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. It's Davis with the drop.
Perimeter scoring more important than ever. However, Anthony Davis, an elite scorer who still gets it done inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise. Makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
So he gets them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Really left alone that time. And you look at the top scorers in the league, not too many players, 6'11" or taller.
Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, and Karl Anthony Towns, the common thread. They can score facing the basket. All three franchise players.
Here's Simmons. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown feeling out a bit. Outside, KD. Outside, Wall. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Outside, Simmons. Here's the pass to Oladipo. Goes it up high and finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
It's Brown on the wing. Rebounded by Tucker.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 7 points for Anthony Davis.
Boy, you look at the confidence AD has in that shot, and the team runs plays for him to shoot it.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here is a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And finished off by Oladipo.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Wall dishes to Embiid. Now Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Wall, and Davis sends it back.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
Simmons passes to Davis. Back to Simmons. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by Embiid. Left side, Wall. Embiid finds Wall. Drummond with it. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The emphasis on freedom of movement, less grabbing and holding on the perimeter, Steve, has made some players almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, James Harden, because he likes to be physical, and there's how can you not guard him without being physical? In return, Steph Curry, because he gets an opening shoot shot. Lillard, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Giannis, Kevin Durant for sure. It's hard to guard these guys because they're so good on the offensive end.
Here's Oladipo, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Wall, no luck.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Rose, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Celtics, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Enes Kanter comes in for Embiid, and it's Buddy Hield in for Brown. All with the steal. To end the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The love and passion. Wall is a game changer, a competitor through and through. And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Cousins. Ingram comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ben Simmons. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract break comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Outside, Davis nails the 16-footer. Davis has got 9.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
To the left wing. Aldridge kicks the wall. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Curry. Pocket 6. Here's Kanter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for John Wall. A free throw off from Kanter.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Toronto. Ball's knocked loose. Here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. And he brought it on the glass.
Here's Aldridge. Excellent D from Howard. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Holiday, the pass to Rose. Back to Holiday. Outside for Davis. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Hield against Ingram. Curry passes to McCollum, and that one drops for him. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Derrick Rose has a skill of getting fouled, drawing the defense, and loving the contact.
Good on both.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Pass to Howard. Holiday. the elbow. Second shot opportunity, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And checking out some numbers here from LaMarcus Aldridge. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Cullen, down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Rose. Pass to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I love the continued development for Anthony Davis. The three-pointer, his ball handling. Last season, a career high in assists.
The Celtics making a switch here. Thomas has checked in. And you were just talking about Davis's ball handling ability. It used to always be one dribble and up.
Yeah, because he has so much length, and that's all he needed to score over the top. Now you see him handling like a guard and going around people, and also able to change speeds and read the defense better.
Rose dishes to Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
And finished off by Davis.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Thomas. Here's the dish to Aldridge. This is it to Campbell. Here's Hield. He kicks it to McCollum. This ball movement by Boston. That one goes. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Some people claim that Aldridge is a finesse player, but he can get physical when he wants to.
Rose gets the bucket.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Celtics. They lead by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
I like our depth. I like that we could play.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I love their effort contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
In a moment now, he's up the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Sabonis is out there with Dennis Kanter. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Thomas. And it's Hield in at the small forward position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him. It was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. And all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown. But at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And here's Ingram from the out, but they recover it. Here's Howard. Jackson trying to break free. And another basket for Toronto.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And looks like the illegal the kick was set. Yep, that's right. Better get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. Simmons comes in for Ingram, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Drew Holiday. Sabonis against Rose. Rebound Boston.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
There's Sabonis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Sabonis has got his first basket.
And the skills of Brown. Just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oladipo outside. And the pass to Jackson. It's good. The time running down in the shot clock. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors. Outside Thomas. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We see it all the time, Smitty, the league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Pass to Simmons. Over Wall. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Oladipo. Oladipo's got 3 assists now in this one. Celtics trail by 4. Wall passes to Embiid. Back to Wall. Poked away. And stolen by Cousins. And Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Ball against Simmons. KD passes the ball. And here's the big-time champ as he slams it right over Cousins.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
And Simmons kicks to Oladipo. Unloads for 9. Cousins, no one around him, and too long on the shot. This game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Bucks. Here's Wall, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. Drummond struck in for the Celtics. Toronto leading by 4. Oladipo taking his time here. Kicks it to Cousins. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Wall. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
DeMarcus Cousins inside. He's so skillful and he's so physical. You have to foul him inside.
And Cousins drops from both.
Some call him a star, some call him a tease. Cousins is somewhere in between the two.
Wall passes to Embiid. Pass to KD. And KD throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Wall against Simmons. Oladipo outside. He dishes it to Cousins. 5 on the clock. Over Drummond. No good from Cousins. Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Wall. Embiid is at the elbow. Nice D from Cousins. The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the
Can't let cities get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Wall finds Durant. And here's Brown outside. The shot. No good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Simmons. That one goes in. Simmons got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Outside, Katie. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Here's Brown. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Pass to Cousins. Oladipo outside. Back to Cousins. Releases. Rebounded by the Celtics.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, Katie doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And the Raptors call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Davis is checked in for Jackson. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Celtics. Curry comes in for Brown. The pass to Cousins. Oladipo outside. Pull from the top of the key. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And there's the foul to go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Curry with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Tucker, and he dunks it down.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Katie. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Katie's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
Oladipo outside. Cousins against Drummond. And Cousins kicks to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And it's slammed in by Davis.
You look at Anthony Davis. The man can flat out play, and he never stops working.
Wall dishes to Durant. Curry to deciding where to go with it. Fires for three. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Durant.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pass to Tucker. And here is Cousins, guarded by KD. Broke loose and stolen by Drummond. Durant with a wide open look. And Durant can't get that one to fall.
It's been a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Utah Jazz. Ball passes to KD. 1:32 left in the first half.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Simmons left side. And that one is good. And now a 7-point Toronto lead.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Passes it to Drummond. 1:05 left in the first half. And it's Wall in the corner. For the three. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Outside, Simmons. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Curry's got the ball. This is the Wall. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Oladipo. Rebounded by the Celtics. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Aldridge. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The crafty vet, Aldridge, positioning himself well to score, get fouled, or both.
For Boston, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Cousins. Holiday comes in for Oladipo. And Derrick Rose is... in for P.J. Tucker. Both free throws good for Maldi.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Curry against Rose. Down low. That's good from Davis on the assist by Rose. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Here's Curry. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And
we've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Tucker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Floats it up for Davis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Wall passes to Durant. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Raptors with the lead. Now here's Simmons. Over Wall. That one rolling around and rims out. Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Outside Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Boston again missing.
Ooh, they come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Outside Wall. The pass to KD. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 13 points for KD.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Here's Simmons, and he uses the glass on the lane.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Celtics trail by 4. Wall passes to Embiid. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis. Pretty lately, we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. If you could step out to that 35-foot mark.
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
And Embiid drops them both. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. The lead is 2. Pass to Oladipo. Back to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. It's Drummond with the rebound. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Left side, Wall. For the tie, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one back.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Celtics have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Wall against Simmons. High post shot. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Puts it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The fans are loving it right now. AD has been incredible tonight.
And Wall kicks to Durant. Brown outside. KD against Oladipo. It's good. Durant's got 15.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man. Check
Simmons feeling it out a bit to the inside. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist from Simmons. And that's now 7 points for Victor Oladipo. Celtics trail by 4. Wall passes to KD. There's Brown with the three. Toronto grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 8 now from the net. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Simmons against Wall. Here's Embiid. And Simmons with the rebound. Raptors leading by 6. Outside, Davis. Back to Simmons.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
To Embiid. Knocked away. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Tucker the pass to Cousins. Toronto working the ball around now. Shoots from 8 and another basket for Toronto.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Wall finds KD. Now here's Tucker. He's covered by Brown. And now here's Durant, the best break opportunity. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 17 points for KD.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard. Hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
Now here's Tucker. He's covered by Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. Good D by Drummond. Celtics trail by 6. And here is Durant. He's got 17. Wall dishes to Brown. Drummond with it. From deep three-point range. And Davis pulls it down. Toronto leading by 6.
I love this. Andre Drummond has gone on record saying he is one of the last true centers in the league. Hard to argue with that statement, given how Drummond has played.
Oladipo against Wall. Back to KD. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Oladipo. And Oladipo with the jam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Rebounding and defense, Drummond provides Smitty. Feels similar to an old school center.
Yeah, it does. Drummond is still very effective, even without having an outside shot. But he's gotten better at that. Most centers now can shoot threes, but Drummond is happy to stick to what he does best.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Howard's checked in for Cousins. Ingram comes in for P.J. Tucker. Drew Holiday is checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Easy chance for Aldridge, one of the best mid-range shooters in the game.
Rose against Thomas. Rose passes to Holiday. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Thomas. Passes it to Aldridge. Back to Thomas. He kicks it to McCollum. Pocket 6. And there's the pass to Cannon. That shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
And they continue to control the glass.
Rose looking around. Over Thomas. Second chance effort. And Howard with the nice bucket inside. Howard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors. And And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Rebound by the Raptors. Loads it up for Davis. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And now a 12-point Raptor lead.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now Cantor. Feeds it to Heel. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Heald's got his first points of the night.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
A floater, and Rose with the lane. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Derrick Rose, explosive get into the paint. But when he gets there, he has a soft touch as well.
Thomas goes in, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Outside, Davis. McCollum against Holiday. No good on that one. Excellent D from Cantor. Here's Hield. Great D that time from Davis. Raptors leading by 10. And that one's good. Ingram.
What about the dribble moves of Ingram? I mean, just so good at driving his way through whatever the D throws his way.
McCollum outside. And Davis sends it back. Rose against Thomas. Rose hits the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rose against Thomas. Now the dish to Cantor. Shot, high post. That one doesn't drop. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Out to the right wing. They get a hand on it. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Looking now at some numbers for Anthony Davis. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 26 points per game. 12 rebounds and almost 2.5 blocks. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
Hield outside. Aldridge. You can't get that one. Raptors leading by 14. Holiday left side. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Outside Thomas. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Got a piece of it. From 15 feet away, a shot, no good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got McCollum, Aldridge out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Buddy Hield, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard position. McCollum against Rose. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town. And then on Monday, it'll be the Golden State Warriors coming into town. Raptors leading by 16. Here is Howard. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Sabonis, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Davis down low, defended by Sabonis. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And offensively, they have laid an egg here in the second half. The missed shots are piling up, and their field goal percentage continues to plummet.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. 6 to shoot. Here's Kanter. Yes, that goes in.
A lot of basketball comes down to recognizing mismatches and taking advantage of them like he did.
Now here's Simmons. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's McCollum. The feed to Kanter. Over Davis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And some changes here for the Raptors. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Davis, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Rose. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Nice set. That's good from Kanter.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Pass to Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
And that one falls for Cousins. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Celtics. Ball comes in for C.J. McCollum. That one is no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Out to the wing. And Tucker gets to Howard. Simmons dishes to Howard. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league, that's the result.
Boston making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. Celtics trail by 16. Outside, Wall. He feeds it to Drummond. Shoots over Cousins. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Wall. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Cousins. Over Drummond. And the Raptors miss again. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And here's Wall outside. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 2 seconds.
And Simmons slams it in.
And right there, you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Out right there for Drummond.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Simmons passes to Oladipo. And the rejection by Embiid.
And Howard selling the up fake there, but not the worst thing to send him to the line.
No good on the free throw.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Durant's checked in for the Celtics. And he sinks the second.
And Howard may be the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
Wall kicks to Brown. Takes the 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Raptors leading by 12. Toronto calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Let's go now to the sideline. Catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Brown. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Pass to Oladipo. Over KD. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's ball against Simmons. Outside Durant. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Tucker finds Oladipo. Here's Cousins. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Raptors lead by 12. Simmons against Wall. Now the pass to KD. Shoot. It's going by Oladipo. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on John Wall.
Ooh, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
Ball against Simmons. Outside, Wall. Pass to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Howard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Steve revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. You think coaches are due for a raise, those two?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
KD with it. Outside, Wall. Shot to stop the run. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half. Now has his second.
Pass to Tucker. This one for 3. Hope they get it back. Howard kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
DeMarcus Cousins made sure that one went down. High percentage dunk for DeMarcus.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Recognize our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Ball against Simmons. On the jam by Ben Simmons.
And Simmons really using his insane athleticism on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who really carves up the defense.
Lobbed up there for Drummond.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And so here's Toronto. They led by as many as 18 points. Simmons passes to Cousins. Back to Simmons. And he snaps it down. Right on top of Joel Embiid.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Feeds to Embiid. And Embiid holds it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Simmons against Wall. And Simmons kicks to Oladipo. Inside, Cousins. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. All taking his time here. Passes it to Durant. Lets it go from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Knocks it loose. Now Drummond to the inside. That one's good, and the Raptor lead has cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Durant.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Kicks it to Tucker. Here's Cousins. Oladipo outside. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Davis, and the Raptors take on 2 more.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Here's Embiid. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The vision and understanding Wall has in pick-and-roll situations is second to none. So many of his teammates have become better shooters because of Wall's perfect passes out of that set.
Here's Davis. And Boston with the rebound. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Durant dishes the Wall. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Wall's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics. Now here is Davis. And the rejection by Embiid. And he's able to get it back. KD against Oladipo. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Oladipo's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
To Simmons. Oladipo outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. He's over Embiid. And it's Davis missing. 3-on-3. And it's Brown missing.
Great defensive effort. Just save a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
4 seconds separating the shot game clocks. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Drummond passes to Wall. 3-pointer. Nice shot off that time. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to call you home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we start the game.
All right, David, thank you.